Morning, happy Sunday. I'm Naomi Keitt. We're going to see lots of sunshine today. It's going to be such a pretty day out there. So I am talking with officers trying to figure out how the officer who was taken to the hospital is doing this morning. I'm working to get those answers and I'll check back in with you all shortly. Safety is still so important while you have all of those events going on. How are you all working to keep kids and families safe during their time at the park? You can see there's a lot of cardio equipment in this gym, but they have signs just like this one that say thank you for practicing social distancing. It's going to be a great day to spend some time outdoors, maybe do a brunch after church, a walk in the park. Just such a nice day to round out the weekend. This was originally put up in order to protect the bombing site, but almost immediately people started leaving mementos for the victims. You can see several ribbons, you can see stuffed animals, the American flags. Tell me how your congregations were feeling knowing that you'll all be able to be together tomorrow. A California police department got really creative as they took part in Read Across America Day, a big challenge there. Take a look. They are having too much fun with this video. I just love this. We stopped in this donut shop where they've been here since about 2 o'clock. We got a chance to talk with Chris. Chris, you actually came in before all of this snow started this morning. Right. Davis is the first Washington County Sheriff's deputy to die in the line of duty in decades. Fox 23's Rick Marinon was there to witness the display of love and respect for Kyle Davis. And I'm sure this program has grown so much since first being founded. What kind of growth have you guys seen? With so many families out of work, many of them simply can't pay rent. It's 5 a.m. and the cars have already started lining up at the West Tulsa DPS office. The first person in line got here at 3:30 a.m.
Yes, 3:30. Just doing everything it takes because it's an opportunity I really want to take, and just making sure I get it today.
Leonardo Landevere just graduated from college and has a great job lined up. Problem is, he needs to renew his expired license and doesn't have months to wait for an appointment.
It puts stress because this is something I really need and I don't have control over this.
It's a growing problem across the state as DPS deals with manpower issues because of the pandemic.
We have had to take an examiner and have them, stand at the door at some of our larger offices and take people's temperatures, have them sign in on the contact tracing log.
They're also facing slowdowns and outages caused by a new computer system.
So I show up on January 12th and I get there and their system's down. And it's down statewide.
It's the reason Governor Kevin Stitt signed an executive order hoping to speed up wait times.
We're giving more flexibility to Oklahomans and more places to get driver's licenses, CDLs, ID cards, or take exams.
The executive order will do a few things, including allowing tag agencies to renew, replace, or downgrade CDL licenses, and also allowing career tech centers to give written tests for a new driver's license.
This executive order is a step in the right direction to decreasing wait times and opening more appointments.
DPS told me the best thing to do is get on their website at 6 o'clock every night. That's when they open up the next 60 days worth of appointments. They also told me they're thinking about extending hours into the evening and potentially opening on Saturdays. Reporting in West Tulsa, covering news that matters, I'm Naomi Keitt, Fox 23 News. This is Remington Baker, who goes by Remy. He's 3 now, but when he was 8 months old, he got meningitis. It was during his 2-week stay at the hospital that his parents realized he was having problems hearing.
One of the things in the hospital was that moment when you go, are you ever going to hear your baby say, I love you, or is he going to hear it out of your voice?
Nicole Baker, Remy's mom, says thankfully they have been able to hear him speak because he was able to get a cochlear implant just a month after that hospitalization.
That prayer being answered and him getting to say it back to us now, he runs around, love you, love you, love you, And so every time he says that, it's just that moment, that heartfelt, oh, thank you, God.
Remy was part of the exception because FDA rules said the implants were for children 12 months or older, but new rules lowered that age to just 9 months.
By doing implants at a younger age, we're lessening that chance of delay and making it easier for the child.
Dr. Sarah Newman was on the team that did the study to update those FDA regulations. She's an audiologist at Hearts for Hearing with branches in Oklahoma City and Tulsa.
We can say that if we get this child taken care of and well treated early, their outcomes to be able to listen and talk is outstanding, and that's what's really exciting.
The new rules were approved by the FDA back in March, and it's the first time in about 20 years there's been any updates to those regulations. Audiologists tell me it not only helps the child, but also the parents with insurance claims.
It really makes it a lot easier to get it approved and get children covered.
Remy's parents say his speech has started to take off, and they're so thankful that other families will now get the benefits of early cochlear implants as well.
The quicker that they can hear, the quicker that they can get into speech and start, I don't want to call it normal, but have a better hearing level. It's life-changing.
Covering news that matters, I'm Naomi Keitt, Fox 23 News. This is the high-definition infrared camera on the Tulsa Police Department's new helicopter. That camera and the tactical flight officer who sits right here were able to make an interesting discovery Monday night.
It just moved.
The trash can did?
Yes.
The video is crystal clear, even at 11 at night, as the pilot and the tactical flight officer are in the air on the hunt for carjacking suspects.
That trash can lid was moving. There's someone inside there.
During the hour-long search near 21st and Garnett, they spot a heat signature coming from a trash can.
A trash can that was particularly hot, and which is pretty abnormal for trash, and like I said, unless you're throwing away uranium or something like that.
Senior pilot Byron Barnhart says the guys in the air were able to point the guys on the ground straight to that suspect.
About 2 more houses on your left.
Here, you can see him climb out of the can and surrender. Then the aviation unit got to work looking for the second suspect.
You can stop right where you're at, and there should be some trucks right out your passenger door.
They find him here, hiding under a car.
And this tool is just a game changer for us.
Officer Barnhart says they've only had the camera for a few months, and they've already seen a big difference in catching suspected criminals with it.
That we are able to see much more detail and able to determine whether things are suspicious or rule things out that are normal.
He told me while suspects generally try to hide in the dark, that's really not an option for them anymore.
Bad guys typically think that darkness is a cloak that will allow them to operate without being seen. These cameras, they don't care whether it's day or night.
They say the primary goal is to protect ground officers and then use that new equipment to keep the streets of Tulsa safe.
And certainly now, with this new technology, it's going to allow us to catch even more.
Reporting in North Tulsa, covering news that matters, I'm Naomi Keitt, Fox 23 News.